All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers. Backers are reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
One.
Get wide.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A 1st down carry for Henry. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let me in it. 54. Double dog. Double dog.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get that. Let it go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Third and long here for Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Check Mike 39. Let's go, D. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Get your swerve on.
It's third and long for Brissett. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
He's checking.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Boom, boom. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
57. 57's the Mike. Yeah, let's get that.
Brissett now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
54 Mike. You must be dreaming.
Brissett sets to throw it. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let him know. Let him know. Leo, tighten up. Hey.
Johnson running right. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. You don't want to pick up the ball. 57's the Mike. 57's the Come on, baby. Let's see.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
22-yard line.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike, 50 seconds. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's Brissett. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 52. One.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mike, 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. One. No.
On 3rd down, Mariota airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's right. Come on, D. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Pick it up. Pick it up.
To throw, Brissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Three. Switch.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check back. Pass. Three.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action now, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant. 57. Mike 57. You don't want that.
Throwing. Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They're on the 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play fake. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Exit. Mike's by 4.
Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check me out. Last 57's right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, check. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Now Brissett. This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
On 1st down, Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Johnson. Breaks a tackle, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, check, check. Check 31, check 31. Where are they, team? Kill, kill, kill. 3. Watch out.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
3 down. 57's Mike 57. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Check Mike 39. All day, every day, any day. 61. Max box. Mike, go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. I got him. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, here I go.
Brissett. But it's brought in by Washington. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Let's go now. Set the flag. 54. Mike 54. Now watch one. Go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett is going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with Henry. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Check, 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 check. Tight dog, tight dog, tight. One. Under 10.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Okay, right center, come on. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch. Check 3.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's our time. Check 24. Let's go. Come on. He's crashing. He's checking cracks.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
57, Mike, 57. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brissett. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check Mike 57. 36.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use it.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. That's it. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Play fake. Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mariota here to throw. And that is incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection?
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with Lush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mariota hands to Henry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tennessee, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.